Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a machine that represents the peak of modern luxury performance engineering. This is the 2026 Porsche Panamera, a car that has quietly evolved over the years and has now arrived at a point where Porsche isn't just competing in the four-door luxury space, they're trying to redefine it. What makes this new Panamera interesting is how it blends a pure Porsche driving feel with technology that feels more advanced and natural than anything the brand has done before. This is not just a facelift. This is a serious update, built with the mindset that the world is changing, that customers want more comfort, more performance, cleaner powertrains and smarter technology without losing that Porsche character that feels alive when you sit behind the wheel. As the camera rolls across the exterior, you start to see the evolution. The design feels like Porsche took everything people loved about the previous Panamera and sharpened it. The front sits lower, giving it a more aggressive stance. The headlights have a cleaner and more modern signature with sharper matrix LEDs that make the car instantly recognizable even at night. The fenders have been sculpted with more precision, giving the entire profile a sense of motion even when the car is standing still. Walking to the rear, you see the full-width tail light that flows across the back like a single piece of glass. It looks futuristic, yet it still carries that classic Porsche shape. The quad exhausts tucked under the bumper remind you that no matter how luxurious or advanced this car gets, it still loves to breathe, roar and run. But looks are just the beginning. Porsche changed the heart of the Panamera lineup, and that's where things get truly interesting. The standard version comes with a reworked 2.9-liter twin-turbo V6. It's more responsive, more efficient and pushes around 348 horsepower. But what makes this engine exciting isn't just the number. It's the way Porsche tuned the throttle response, the way the power builds smoothly and the way the car feels lighter on its feet. You get a sense that Porsche wanted even the entry-level model to feel like a car you enjoy driving, not just a car you buy because you want practicality combined with luxury. Then you move up the ladder, and things escalate quickly. The Panamera Turbo E Hybrid is the star of the show. This version combines a powerful V8 with a new electric motor that delivers a combined output of more than 650 horsepower. The torque hits instantly, and you get this surreal feeling when you accelerate. It's the kind of acceleration that makes passengers look at each other with that stunned silent expression. This is a sedan, but it moves like a supercar. It launches from 0 to 100 in a few seconds, and the way the hybrid system blends power feels incredibly smooth. There are no awkward transitions. The car simply delivers whatever you ask for. The new hybrid battery is larger, which means more electric-only range. You can cruise through the city quietly and comfortably without burning fuel, and the moment you want excitement, you tap the accelerator and unleash the full V8 plus electric shove. Porsche spent a lot of time fine-tuning how the powertrain reacts to driver inputs, and you can feel it. The car feels connected to you in a way that most luxury sedans struggle to achieve. Handling is another area where the new Panamera stands out. The adaptive air suspension has been redesigned so that the car adapts faster and more accurately to road conditions. It knows when you're just cruising and keeps everything soft and comfortable. And the moment you start pushing it, the car tightens up, keeping the body flat and controlled. Rear axle steering helps the car turn more sharply at low speeds and stay more stable at high speeds. It's technology working seamlessly in the background, giving you confidence without shouting about it. Now let's step inside, because the interior is where the new Panamera truly feels like a leap forward. Porsche redesigned the cabin from the ground up to feel more digital, more modern and more premium. When you sit down, the first thing you notice is the curved digital instrument cluster that wraps around the driver. It feels futuristic but still simple enough that you don't get overwhelmed. The center touchscreen is faster and more responsive than before, and the interface is cleaner. Right next to it, you get an optional separate passenger display, which lets the person sitting next to you adjust entertainment without distracting the driver. It feels like Porsche wanted to create a more interactive experience for both people in the front. The materials inside are stunning. Premium leather, soft touch surfaces, clean stitching and a layout that feels purposeful. Even the drive selector and start button have been positioned to make the center console look clean and uncluttered. The ambient lighting flows through the cabin gently, setting the mood whether you're driving at night or cruising during the day. The seats are designed to hold you comfortably during long drives but also provide enough support when you decide to push the car harder on a twisty road. They come with ventilation, heating, massage functions and memory settings that let you customize your experience. Sound insulation has been improved as well. When you close the door, the outside world fades away. You get this calm, quiet cabin that feels like a personal space rather than just the inside of a car. Even at high speeds, road noise stays low, giving you a serene driving experience. But Porsche didn't make the car too quiet. You still hear hints of that engine note, reminding you that this is a performance machine at heart. Technology plays a huge role in the new Panamera. The infotainment system supports updates, connects more smoothly with your phone and offers more customization options for navigation, audio and driving settings. The driver assistance features have also been updated with smarter lane guidance, improved adaptive cruise control and parking assist systems that use better sensors and cameras. Everything works together to make the driving experience smoother and more intuitive. Practicality improves as well. The trunk offers more space, the cabin has better storage options, and the overall efficiency of the engines has been improved. Porsche wants this car to be usable every day. You can take it to work, take it on long road trips, enjoy it with your family or unleash its power on a weekend drive. That versatility is what makes the Panamera special. It can be calm, luxurious and quiet, but the second you want excitement, it transforms. Driving the 2026 Panamera gives you a sense of balance that's hard to find in other luxury sedans. It has the soul of a sports car but the comfort and practicality of a high-end German luxury sedan. It's the kind of car that never feels out of place. Whether you're pulling up to a hotel, cruising on the highway or carving through mountain roads, the Panamera fits every environment. It's elegant but strong, refined but aggressive, modern but still true to Porsche roots. In a world where many cars are going fully electric, the Panamera stands out by offering the best of both worlds. Strong hybrid tech for clean driving and brutal V8 power for performance. Porsche knows their customers still want emotion in their cars, and this Panamera delivers it. You get that unique feeling when you press the accelerator and the car responds instantly. You get the satisfaction of driving something built with precision and attention to detail. And that's the true essence of the 2026 Porsche Panamera. It's not trying too hard to impress. It simply does everything well. It's stylish without being flashy, powerful without being wild, luxurious without being exaggerated. It's the kind of car that grows on you the more time you spend with it. Every detail feels thought out. Every feature serves a purpose. Every drive feels like an experience. That wraps up the full look at the 2026 Porsche Panamera. If you enjoyed this deep dive, leave a comment, share your thoughts and tell me which car you want next. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. When you start driving the 2026 Panamera, you immediately notice how much work Porsche has put into fine-tuning the steering feel. It's precise in a way that feels almost natural. You turn the wheel slightly and the car reacts instantly, but not in a jumpy or nervous way. It moves with confidence, as if it understands what you're trying to do before you even complete the motion. Porsche engineers always talk about making the driver feel connected, and you can sense that connection here. Even with all the technology controlling different aspects of the car, it never feels artificial. It feels like a real driving machine. On smooth roads, the Panamera glides like silk. The suspension absorbs bumps so smoothly that passengers barely feel movement. But when you switch to a sportier driving mode, everything tightens. The chassis locks in, the steering sharpens and the throttle response becomes more aggressive. It's like the car has two personalities. One is calm and quiet, perfect for long trips or comfortable city driving. The other is wild and athletic, perfect for open highways or winding roads. What makes it impressive is how easily the car transitions between these personalities. There's no hesitation. It never struggles to choose between comfort and sport. It can do both on demand. Take it on a long highway run and you'll notice how stable it feels. Even at high speeds, the car doesn't float or shake. It stays planted. The aerodynamics help keep the body steady, and the updated suspension works hard to maintain balance. You feel safe, confident and completely in control. The sound inside the cabin remains soft, with only a faint hint of wind rushing past the windows. You can have a conversation without raising your voice. You can enjoy music without losing clarity. It's a luxury experience, but it never hides the fact that you're driving a powerful machine. Then there's the way the Panamera handles corners. You take it through a tight bend, and the rear axle steering helps rotate the car smoothly. The wider stance gives it better grip, and you feel the tires working with the road instead of against it. The car leans slightly and then settles, giving you perfect balance through the corner. The feedback through the steering helps you know exactly what the front wheels are doing. For a car of this size and weight, the amount of control you feel is impressive. It doesn't feel like a big sedan. It feels like a sports car disguised as one. But driving dynamics are only part of the story. The experience inside the cabin is equally important. Every touch point, from the leather steering wheel to the door trims, feels premium. The stitching isn't just decorative. It's detailed, consistent and built to last. The panels fit perfectly, with no gaps or rough edges. Porsche's interior craftsmanship is on full display. When you adjust the seat, the motors move quietly and smoothly. When you switch between screens, the transitions feel fluid. Nothing seems rushed or unfinished. Everything has purpose. The ambient lighting inside is another highlight. At night, the soft glow makes the cabin feel warm and relaxing. You can choose different colors depending on your mood. The lighting flows through the dashboard, the doors and the footwells, creating a visual atmosphere that makes the drive feel special. It's not too bright or distracting. Just enough to give the interior a modern and premium feel. The rear seats in the Panamera have also been improved. Porsche understands that the Panamera isn't just a driver's car. It's a family car for people who love performance but still want space and comfort. The rear seats can recline slightly, offering a comfortable position for long rides. Passengers get their own climate controls, cup holders, charging ports and optional screens depending on the configuration. The legroom is better than before, and the headroom feels surprisingly spacious thanks to the new roof design. Even tall passengers can relax comfortably. While the Panamera is full of luxury, Porsche didn't forget about practicality. The trunk space is generous and easy to access. The loading height is just right, making it simple to store bags, suitcases or even larger items. You can fold down the rear seats if you need more room, giving you the flexibility to use this car for everyday tasks. Whether you're going shopping, traveling or handling work equipment, the Panamera doesn't hold you back. Let's talk about the sound system for a moment, because it deserves attention. Porsche offers a premium audio setup that delivers deep bass, clear vocals and crisp highs. You feel the music, not just hear it. Whether you're listening to soft jazz or high-energy tracks, the system adjusts naturally and keeps everything balanced. Combined with the quietness of the cabin, the experience becomes almost cinematic. Another major update is the software inside the Panamera. The operating system is smoother, apps load faster and the navigation now shows more detailed routes with real-time data. The voice assistant understands commands more accurately. You can ask for directions, adjust the temperature or play music without touching anything. The passenger display can stream videos during a drive without distracting the driver, thanks to a built-in privacy filter. Safety features add another layer of confidence. The car monitors blind spots, assists during lane changes, warns you about traffic and helps with automatic braking when necessary. Porsche's system isn't intrusive. It steps in only when needed, letting you stay in control at all times. Parking has become easier too. With the 360-degree cameras and sensors, tight spaces feel less stressful. The car can even park itself in certain situations, letting you relax while it does the work. One thing that stands out about the Panamera is the attention to small details. Porsche knows that people who buy this car want more than performance. They want an experience. The steering wheel buttons feel high quality, the climate control sliders respond precisely and the materials used on the pillars and roof lining add to the premium feel. You don't see loose ends or cheap shortcuts anywhere. Everything reflects careful engineering. When you take a step back and look at the Panamera as a whole, it becomes clear why Porsche continues to invest heavily in this model. It fills a unique space in the automotive world. It's not just a sedan and not just a sports car. It's something in between, something special. It gives you the thrill of driving fast but also the comfort of a luxury lounge. It has the presence of an executive car but the personality of a performance machine. For people who love cars, the Panamera represents balance. It's a vehicle that respects tradition while embracing the future. It offers powerful engines but also responsible hybrid technology. It offers driving excitement but also daily usability. It's built for people who want everything in one package without compromise. And the 2026 model takes all of this further. It's sharper, smarter, cleaner and more refined. Porsche didn't rush this upgrade. They carefully listened to what owners wanted and improved every aspect one step at a time. That is why the new Panamera feels complete. It doesn't need to prove anything. It simply delivers. As you spend more time with the 2026 Panamera, you start appreciating how well it balances character and comfort. You begin to notice the way the car communicates through the pedals, the steering and even the subtle movements of the suspension. When you press the accelerator, the response feels smooth but confident. The engine doesn't just make noise, it expresses itself. The hybrid system adds instant torque so the car moves with almost no delay. In city traffic, the electric motor handles most of the work quietly, saving fuel and giving you a calm driving experience. But the moment the road opens up, the V6 or V8 comes alive and turns the car into a completely different beast. There's also something special about how the Panamera carries itself. When you look at it on the road, it has a presence that few cars can match. It's long and wide, but the proportions are so well designed that it looks elegant rather than bulky. The curves are subtle, not exaggerated. The body lines flow naturally, giving the car a sense of motion even when parked. People turn their heads, not because the car screams for attention, but because it looks refined and powerful at the same time. When you open the door, the soft close feature adds a premium touch. The door seals itself quietly, creating a cocoon-like environment. The air inside feels fresher due to improved climate filters. The system purifies air more effectively, keeping dust and pollutants out. You feel the difference during long drives. Even after hours inside the car, the cabin doesn't feel stuffy. The center console layout deserves attention too. The touch controls respond quickly, and the physical buttons that remain are positioned in a way that makes sense. Everything is within reach without forcing you to stretch or look away from the road for too long. Porsche knows that sometimes, physical controls just make things easier, so they struck a balance between touchscreens and tactile switches. The redesigned steering wheel has a better grip and smoother contours. It feels light in your hands during slow maneuvers, but becomes firmer as you pick up speed. This dual personality helps you stay relaxed in traffic but focused during spirited driving. The shift paddles behind the wheel have a solid click to them, giving you a satisfying mechanical feel every time you change gears manually. Driving at night becomes a different kind of experience. The matrix LED headlights adapt to the road, bending light into corners and selectively dimming sections to avoid blinding other drivers. The road ahead looks clear and bright without feeling artificial. The ambient lights inside the cabin glow softly, making everything feel calm and premium. Even the reflections on the dashboard look elegant. On rough roads, the suspension shows its intelligence. It reacts to bumps quickly, keeping the cabin stable. You don't feel harsh vibrations or sudden shocks. The car absorbs imperfections like a luxury sedan but handles corners like a sports car. That dual nature is what sets the Panamera apart. You can drive over potholes without worrying, then take a tight bend and enjoy the sharp response. The hybrid version's regenerative braking system has been tuned to feel more natural. When you slow down, the energy gets saved in the battery, but you don't feel the artificial tug that some hybrids have. It feels like normal braking, consistent and predictable. Whether you're inching forward in traffic or slowing down from high speeds, the brake pedal stays smooth and responsive. For owners who spend a lot of time on the road, the Panamera offers thoughtful touches that make everyday life easier. The wireless phone charger is faster and keeps your device cool. The armrests have been padded better for long trips. The cup holders fit larger bottles and hold them securely. You have multiple USB-C ports, so everyone in the car can charge their devices without fighting over outlets. These small details might not sound exciting, but they matter in daily use. Another impressive feature is the adaptive cabin climate control. The system reads sunlight intensity, passenger positions and even whether the windows were recently opened. It adjusts airflow automatically to keep everyone comfortable. If the sun hits one side of the car, that side cools more aggressively. If the cabin gets too humid, the system dries the air slightly. It works quietly in the background, so the temperature always feels perfect without you having to adjust anything manually. From a performance standpoint, the Panamera's exhaust note has been tuned carefully. In normal mode, it stays quiet, almost polite. But switch to Sport or Sport Plus and the sound deepens. The engine note becomes fuller, richer and more aggressive. You hear the rumble of the V8 or the sharp growl of the V6. It's not overly loud or irritating. It's controlled, refined and powerful. Porsche knows that sound is part of the driving experience, so they made sure the car speaks at the right moments. When you take the Panamera on a long open stretch of road, the combination of power, comfort and technology creates a feeling that's hard to describe. You don't feel rushed or stressed. You feel in sync with the car. The kilometers pass without fatigue. The seats hold your body gently, the sound system plays your favorite music clearly and the engine hums softly.